Here are some of my TommyAxes. I know I've shown them in a bunch of videos before. You guys are probably sick of them. Maybe not. Probably not. If you clicked on the video, maybe you're not, and that'd be good. So, where to start? All right. So this guy right here is the first TommyAxe mod that I did. I really like it. When I got the axe hatchet, the claws were both busted. That's one of the things that I look for when I'm looking to purchase an axe to purposely mod, that it's not in, and this is just my 2 cents, that it's not in perfect condition. I'm not destroying anything that's like mint by any means. And this one is definitely not that. You can see there was a bit of wear in the toe. The heel's nice and good, but overall it's a nice head, right? So if you're not familiar with the TommyAxe, when it comes, it has these claws on it, right, for a nail puller. I don't really find it that useful, but what is cool about it is these poles are hardened. At least most of them are, I believe. So that means you've got a axe hatchet with a hardened pole that's roughly a forest axe size that you can drive a few nails with, drive some tent pegs, pound some stakes, that kind of stuff. I don't do any trapping, but I can imagine that would be pretty handy in a trapping type setting. Maybe someday, but yeah. So, and I hung this one on a black locust handle. I can never remember exactly how long it is. It's around like 22 inches. Let me measure it here. So it is 22 3/4 inches. So 22-inch handle, black locust that I carved years ago now, probably 7 or 8 years ago now, I'd guess. And it's aged really nicely. I love the look of it. It's got this like really deep, dark honey color. Yeah, I just really like the wood on it. It's got some crazy grain to it. Just really pretty. Neat stuff. So eventually I'd like to get some more black locust to work with. But yep, so I carved this handle for this head that I did a modification on. What I ended up doing was taking the claws off. Right? So the claws were broken. And in a hatchet this size, axe this size, I didn't really see the use in the claws. I just kind of like the look of the Nationals, the National patterns. They kind of have this squared pole look, similar geometry. It almost looks like a little mini rafting pattern with those beveled corners, which is also common with the Nationals. So, I don't know, it's just a mod that I liked, that I thought up and did. I did it on a smaller hatchet, or a smaller handle too. This is also black locust. It's not as old, so it hasn't gotten quite as dark yet, but it still has some crazy pretty colors on it. Grain is super pretty. This one's a little dry. I could probably use some oil, but yeah. But I did a similar exact same job on it. All right, chamfered the edges, or the corners. This one actually blued the bottom. So yeah, this one I still need to sharpen up. But the whole point of this, 5 minutes in, buddy reached out. He wants to do a trade. He's got some heads that I'm interested in, and he really liked the looks of these, my modified TommyAxes. I had an extra head here that does have a broken claw. So I don't feel guilty about modifying it. And I'm going to modify it for him, do a little trade here. And I figured I'd make an interesting video showing you guys how I did it. I mean, it's pretty straightforward, but I basically cut the claws off and then just chamfer those corners and kind of clean up the edges. So that's what we're going to do. Alright, so if you're an ex-purist and you never modify anything, I apologize, but the claw's broken. These are not exceedingly rare, and I want to do it. So, look away if it bothers. And I'm going to periodically keep this cool, so I probably won't show you that, but I'll pause and then dip it in water. That is not even warm to the touch. So, general rule of thumb with tempering that I follow is, laugh if you want, but if you can kiss it, it's fine. If it's not too hot to put to your lips, you're not going to ruin the temper with it. I read that somewhere a long time ago, and I've kind of followed that rule of thumb. So, if it's cool enough that you'd kiss it, it's not too hot. If it's hotter than that, cool it down. Unless you don't care about the temper, in which case, do whatever you want. But so that's looking pretty good. Yes, I do need to make myself a set of soft jaws, but that will be a future project. There you go. Get out the big old Nicholson. We're going to speed this up a little bit. Yep, that's still plenty cool. Again, I'm probably being overly cautious on the temper for this, but because I believe these poles are hardened, I don't want to ruin it, so keeping it cool. Alright, I was rummaging around and actually found my lower grit grinding wheel, so hopefully that'll take it off a little quicker. You guys with belt sanders, like 2x72s are probably laughing at me right now, but I'd like to get one in the future, but in the meantime, this is working. Now I can tell I need to drop this corner down a little more to even it out. Alright, I like it. So as you can see here now, it follows that same arc. It looks a little different here because this has a hard edge right now, whereas the original lines are kind of broken. When I'm talking about broken, I mean a broken edge, not a like a softer rounded edge, not a hard edge right there. So that's why it looks a little bit different. But when you look back, the lines are right now. That's that correct arc. So now the only things left to do are chamfer the edges and then chamfer all four corners and blend this out too. Let's actually blend that more. We'll do that now. Alright, so we got some 80 grit on my little sanding thingy. Now the goal is to chamfer all of the edges. Here's those chamfers right now. Looking good. It's that bottom. A nice scratch pattern. Probably could break the edges a little more here. Bottom's got a good scratch pattern there. And that's what it would look like without the corner chamfers like a rafter. But we're going to add those too. Alright. Just like the other one, I did not clean up the pole. I just did the chamfers. So you can see. I do like the look of them without the pole chamfers too, but we're gonna add them. So it looks like we go about that far down. So we're just gonna take a pencil and mark it. Alright, so I think we're done. You can see we've got the chamfers filed in. Got the big corner chamfers filed in, kind of like you see in a rafting pattern or a national pattern. Those are there. The bevels around the top hole, those are all there. So I think the only thing I think I'm going to do now is just clean it up. I think I'm going to hit it with some cold blue just so the shine doesn't stand out. Yeah. So I am just going to clean this up with a alcohol wipe just to degrease it all. Yeah, I like this head. I like the patina on it. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier in the video, but this is actually going to go to someone in trade, Chad. Right? So, he's an axe buddy, subscriber to the channel, long-time subscriber, so we're chatting, worked up a trade. He really liked the other ones that I did, so I told him, yeah, I'd make one for you. So this is going to be for him. Just give it a tiny splash of super glue, oxfo blue. Not super glue, oxfo blue. Can you focus here? There we go. Oxfo blue. I don't know if I like it any better than super glue. I think it's what was on sale at Amazon at the time. Alright. Now for the magic part. Alright, we're all blued up. A little bit of rag here. Now I'm just going to oil it up. Man, I just really like the patina on this head. Like, look at how cool that looks. It's just got super dark, deep, a little bit of black paint. It looks like some of the original black paint, which is pretty cool. I just really like the patina on it. Which is part of why I went through the extra effort of bluing the underside of that pole, just so it blends in a little more. Chad, hopefully you like it. Soon I'll be working on the other part of the trade. This is only one portion of it. I don't know if I'll film the other part. We'll see. I was been hanging Boys X for him. So I agreed to do that. No, you guys let me know. Is this something you want to see? I feel like you guys are always going to say yes. But it's tricky because I can get the work done significantly quicker if I'm not filming. But I do genuinely like sharing everything that I'm working on with you guys, so. Kinda catch-22. So look at that, all oiled up. That came out nice and even. I like it. It's not polished up. You can see some of those, you know, grind lines on it from that sandpaper. Exactly what I wanted. You know, kind of, you know, the factory grind lines on these old axes are pretty deep, so it kind of matches the look of the head, I think. See some of that paint left in here. Nice dark patina. Super cool. I really love these little heads. They're so nice. So, let me know what you guys think. Did I ruin it? Did I make a terrible, terrible mistake, an atrocity? If you genuinely feel that way, sorry, but you know, I like doing this, so probably not the last one. Like I said in the beginning, I only plan on doing that kind of a mod, or this kind of a mod, to one that's already got a broken claw. If it doesn't have a broken claw, I'd leave it original. So, kind of a compromise that I came to with an internal struggle in myself about it. You know, you feel bad cutting something up nice, but in my opinion, I think it turned it into something nice too. I think that looks better than a broken claw. We'll make a nice little forest axe size hatchet. And talking with Chad, I think he planned on putting it on a, I think it was one of the Whiskey River, I can't remember, it was like the 19 or 20 inch, something like that, hatchet handle. So I think it'll be a sweet, sweet, sweet build. So, yep. Thanks for watching, everyone. I appreciate it. Stay tuned for more fun stuff to come.